Chosen one, pause for a moment, not just on the outside, but deep within your spirit. Because what you are about to hear is not ordinary. It is not background noise. It is not something you accidentally stumbled upon. This is a divine interruption, a holy pause orchestrated by heaven itself. And if you feel something settle over you right now, that calm mixed with anticipation, that is not coincidence, that is alignment, because the silence you've been walking through was never abandonment, it was preparation. And God is breaking that silence now, not softly, not timidly, but with intention, clarity, and authority. Hear this clearly. You were never delayed. You were developed. You were never ignored. You were insulated, preserved, protected in places no one else could see, while others were rushing, chasing, forcing doors. You were hidden, not because you were unworthy, but because what God was building in you required privacy, depth, and time. The waiting season you questioned, the nights you cried in silence, the prayers you whispered when you felt unheard. None of it was wasted. Every moment was construction, divine construction. God was laying foundations in you that could carry weight, glory, responsibility, and purpose. Because rushed structures collapse, but built ones endure. And that's why God slowed you down, not to punish you, but to strengthen you. You see, many people want elevation without formation, blessing without discipline, connection without character, but God does not promote what cannot sustain what He sends. So while you thought you were being passed over, heaven was building you inwardly, expanding your capacity, sharpening your discernment, strengthening your spine, deepening your roots. You weren't being denied life, you were being trained for it. And this is why things didn't move when you wanted them to, why doors closed without explanation, why relationships fell apart without warning. It wasn't rejection, it was redirection. It wasn't loss, it was filtration. God was editing your life with precision, removing what could not go where He was taking you. Because the next season you are entering cannot be carried by the version of you that still needed approval, validation, or external confirmation. He had to mature you beyond the need to be chosen by people, so you could stand confidently in the truth that you were already chosen by Him. And this waiting, this stillness, this solitude, it served a sacred purpose. It stripped away noise, distractions, and counterfeit desires. It taught you how to hear God without the crowd, how to stand without applause, how to obey without reassurance. And that kind of formation is rare. That kind of development is costly. And that kind of depth is never built in comfort. It is built in quiet obedience, in hidden tears, in choosing alignment over convenience. And now, chosen one, something is shifting. You may not see it yet, but you can feel it, that stirring in your chest, that subtle sense that the old season is ending, that restlessness mixed with peace, that awareness that you can't go back to what once satisfied you. Those are signs not of confusion, but of movement. Heaven has been aligning. People, timing, and assignments behind the scenes, and the signal has now been released. The waiting room door is opening, and God is not calling you forward as someone desperate for change. He is calling you forward as someone prepared for responsibility, because the next chapter of your life is not about escape. It is about engagement. It is not about filling a void. It is about fulfilling an assignment. You are never being kept from something. You are being kept for something. And hear this. What is coming toward you is not random. It is intentional. It has been written into your story, long before you ever understood why you had to wait. The stillness you endured, taught you how to carry peace, the solitude. You survived. Taught you how to stand whole, and the obedience you practiced taught you how to steward what God entrusts. And now that foundation is complete, the construction season is ending, and the revealing season is beginning. Not loudly, not chaotically, but with clarity, calm, and confirmation. So stay with me, because what God has been building in you is about to meet what He has been preparing for you. And this is only the beginning. Chosen one, hear this slowly and let it settle, because what God is sending into your life will not arrive with chaos, confusion, or emotional fireworks. It will arrive with peace, deep, undeniable peace. The kind of peace that doesn't excite your anxiety, but silences it, because heaven does not confirm alignment through pressure. It confirms it through clarity. And this is where many people miss it. They were trained by past wounds to mistake intensity for love, urgency for destiny, and emotional highs for divine confirmation. But what is coming toward you will not feel like a chase. It will not feel like insecurity, and it will not feel like you have to prove yourself or perform to be chosen. Instead, it will feel like recognition, like your spirit finally exhaling after holding its breath for too long. Because when God aligns something, He does not rush it. He rests it. And that peace you will feel is not passive, it is powerful. It is the evidence that heaven has already spoken. Yes, before your mind even catches up. You will know it before they speak, not because of their words, but because of the way your spirit responds in their presence. There will be no confusion, no mixed signals, no emotional games, no guessing where you stand, because God does not lead His chosen ones into disorder. He leads them into confirmation, and this is how you will discern it, not by attraction alone, not by chemistry alone, not by shared interests alone, but by fruit. You will recognize them by the fruit of their life, by the stability in their spirit, by the humility in their strength, by the way they carry peace, even when they talk about their past. Not bitterness, not resentment, not unresolved chaos, but maturity, healing, and wisdom. Because the one God is sending has also been through fire. They have also been hidden, stripped, refined, and reshaped. They are not coming to you untouched. They are coming transformed. And that transformation will feel familiar to your own, like two stories shaped by different paths, but refined by the same hand. And listen carefully. This connection will not trigger your old wounds. It will expose how healed you've become. It will not awaken fear. It will reveal growth. You won't feel the need to guard your heart with walls anymore. You'll feel safe enough to be honest, because safety is a language. The Spirit speaks fluently, and where God is present, safety follows. This is why you must stop questioning yourself when peace shows up. Stop overanalyzing calm. Stop sabotaging stillness because it doesn't match the chaos you survived. Peace does not mean boredom. It means alignment. And alignment always feels quiet at first because it does not need to announce itself. Counterfeit connections demand urgency. Divine ones invite patience. Counterfeit love pressures you to move faster than wisdom. Divine love gives you space to breathe, to pray, to discern, and to choose freely without fear of loss. And hear this clearly. If it is from God, you cannot lose it by moving slowly. What heaven has aligned will not fall apart because you took time to honor it. And when this person enters your life, they will not compete with your calling. They will not distract you from your purpose. They will not shrink when you talk about vision, prayer, discipline, or legacy. Instead, They will lean in because they carry their own sense of assignment. They are not hungry for attention. They are hungry for depth. They are not seeking entertainment. They are building eternity. And you will recognize that hunger because it mirrors your own. You will see it in the way they speak about responsibility, in the way they steward what they have, in the way they respond to correction, pressure, and silence, because anyone can perform in excitement. But character is revealed in calm seasons, and this is where peace becomes the proof. Not a feeling you chase, but a signal. You discern peace that does not dull your edge, but sharpens your focus. Peace that does not make you passive, but makes you grounded. Peace that does not isolate you from God, but draws you closer to Him. And chosen one, if you are honest with yourself, you already feel this shift happening. You no longer crave chaos disguised as passion. You no longer feel drawn to inconsistency, masked as mystery. Your spirit has matured, your appetite has changed, and what once excited you now exhausts you. That is not loss of desire, that is elevation of discernment. God is refining your taste so you can recognize what is real when it arrives, because the one He is sending will not overwhelm your nervous system. They will regulate it. They will not trigger your fear of abandonment. They will reinforce your sense of security. They will not pull you away from your faith. They will strengthen it. And when you are with them, you will not feel smaller. You will feel clearer, not louder, not flashier, but clearer, as if your life suddenly makes more sense, as if pieces that once felt scattered are quietly aligning without effort. And that is how you know. Not through adrenaline, not through obsession, but through peace that settles and stays. Peace that guards your thoughts. Peace that confirms. Without shouting peace that allows you to remain yourself, without shrinking or striving. And this is why God trained you in waiting, because only someone who has learned to stand alone in peace can recognize peace when it walks into the room. So do not rush ahead, do not force clarity, do not second guess. Calm what is coming will not need to be chased, it will be recognized. And if your spirit is responding right now, if something inside you feels steady instead of stirred, anchored instead of anxious, then stay with me, because this peace is not the end of the story. It is the doorway, and what God is aligning next goes far beyond emotion. It moves into purpose, partnership, and divine assignment. Chosen one, now listen carefully, because this is where the understanding deepens and the purpose sharpens. What God is orchestrating is not simply a connection. It is not a rescue, and it is not a completion of something broken in you. Because you are not broken, you are whole, healed in process, anchored in identity, and established in calling. And the one being sent to you is not arriving to save you from your life. They are arriving to stand with you in it, side by side, shoulder to shoulder as a divine partner, because heaven is not matching neediness. Heaven is aligning assignments. This is not about two halves becoming one. This is about two whole warriors aligning under one mission. And that is why the waiting had to refine you first, because God will never unite two people whose identities are still unstable. He will not bind destinies together when both are still searching for validation. The partnership you are stepping into requires strength, maturity, and spiritual clarity, and you have been developed for exactly that. You were taught how to stand alone, so that when you stand together, it will be from faith, not fear, from purpose, not dependency. And hear this, the person God is sending will not diminish your calling. They will protect it. They will not compete with your anointing. They will cover it. They will not ask you to choose between love and obedience. They will help you carry both, because they understand that your life is not centered around comfort. It is centered around calling, and this alignment will feel different from anything you have experienced before. Not dramatic, not consuming, not overwhelming, but steady, strong and intentional, like two people who know they were trained for responsibility, not fantasy. You will sense it in the way they speak about the future, not vague dreams, but vision, not impulsive desires, but direction, not emotional dependency, but commitment to growth, prayer, and discipline. And you will recognize something familiar in them. Not familiarity from your past, but familiarity from your spirit. As if heaven is saying, "This one understands the weight you carry. This one knows how to walk with purpose without needing to be the center of attention, because they too were hidden, refined, stripped of illusions, and prepared in silence." They also walked through seasons where obedience cost them opportunities, where integrity isolated them, where faith required them to let go of what looked good but was misaligned. And that shared refinement is what makes this partnership powerful. You will not have to explain why you value depth, why you guard your time, why you move with intention. They will understand without needing persuasion, because they live by the same internal compass. And when challenges arise, and they will, you will notice something different. Instead of running, withdrawing, or reacting emotionally, you will face them together with clarity and prayer, because this partnership is not fragile, it is fortified. It was built in prayer long before it ever manifested in the natural and chosen one. This is where the warfare shifts, because anything aligned with heaven attracts resistance. Not because it is wrong, but because it is effective. The enemy does not fight what is casual. He targets what is called, but you will not face that resistance alone anymore. Where you once had to pray through battles, in isolation, you will now have someone who stands with you, intercedes with you, reminds you of truth, when pressure tries to distort your perspective, and strengthens you. When fatigue whispers that you are carrying too much, because divine partnership multiplies impact. What once drained you will now be distributed. What once overwhelmed you will now be shared. And what once felt heavy will now feel manageable. Not because the assignment is smaller, but because the support is greater. And understand this clearly. You are not being partnered with someone to slow you down. You are being partnered with someone to help you govern what God is entrusting to you. This is not romance centered around emotion. It is covenant centered around mission. And that mission will stretch beyond your personal fulfillment into legacy, into impact, into fruit that remains. Because God does not join lives together just for companionship. He joins them for multiplication, and in this alignment, you will activate each other where their dreams once felt dormant. Your voice will awaken them where your confidence once wavered. Their belief in you will fortify it. Where either of you hesitated, the other will provide courage, not control, not dominance, but mutual strengthening. And this is how you will know. It is divine. There will be no competition, no insecurity, no power struggle, because both of you know who called you both of. You know where your authority comes from, and both of you are submitted to something higher than personal preference. You will not have to dim your light to make space for theirs. because you will expand the room together. You will not fight for attention, because purpose will command focus. And chosen one. This is why God delayed union until now, because had it come earlier, you would have loved each other from wounds instead of wholeness, from fear instead of faith, from longing instead of alignment. And that would have created attachment, not assignment, but God in His wisdom waited until you could stand complete in Him, until you no longer needed another person to validate your worth, so that when partnership arrived, it would be rooted in freedom, not fear of loss. And now you are ready, not because you are perfect, but because you are postured. Your identity is settled, your values are clear, your discernment is sharpened, and your spirit is anchored. And the one God is sending is arriving at the same place, not by coincidence, but by divine timing. And when your paths converge, it will not feel like something new. It will feel like something aligned, like two streams flowing in the same direction, finally merging, not losing their identity, but increasing their strength. And this partnership will not distract you from God. It will draw you closer to Him, because any union God authors will always point back to Him, not away from Him. And if you feel a sense of steadiness right now, not excitement that rushes, but clarity that grounds, that is confirmation. This is not just about who is coming, it is about who you are becoming. Because the partnership God is forming requires leadership, humility, endurance, and vision. And you are being called into that next level now. So stay with me, because what God is building through this alignment is not small, it is not temporary, and it does not end with you. It moves into legacy, stewardship, and kingdom impact. And that is where we are going next. Chosen one now. Let this truth settle deep, because what God is transitioning you into is not only a relationship of purpose, it is a season of stewardship. And this is where many people misunderstand heaven's design. They think blessing is about comfort, visibility, or personal reward. But in God's economy, blessing is responsibility, elevation is assignment, and increase is trust. And the union God is forming in your life is not simply meant to make you feel loved. It is meant to make you effective, fruitful, and entrusted, because love that comes from God never terminates on emotion. It flows into impact. And hear this clearly. God is dismantling the lie that holiness must always equal lack, that obedience requires constant struggle, or that spiritual depth and abundance cannot coexist. That lie has kept many chosen ones shrinking their expectations and apologizing for their desire to build. But the covenant God is preparing you for carries provision without sorrow, increase without compromise, and abundance without idolatry. Because the one coming into your life has been trained just like you, to hold resources without being owned by them, to manage provision without worshiping it. They have been tested in seasons of little and seasons of more, and neither season defined them. They learned contentment without settling and ambition without greed. And that is rare, and that is intentional, because God does not pour increase into hands that will misuse it. He entrusts it to those who understand stewardship. And this is why your view of prosperity has been shifting. You are no longer driven by comparison, applause, or status. You are drawn to sustainability, impact, and legacy. You don't want to just have more. You want to build what lasts, to create environments of stability, to bless others, without announcing it, to leave something behind that outlives trends and seasons. And the partner God is aligning with you carries that same internal compass. They do not chase success to be seen. They pursue purpose to be faithful. And together you will begin to see abundance differently, not as proof of worth, but as a tool for service, not as something to hoard, but something to multiply. You will stop equating sacrifice with scarcity and start recognizing obedience as alignment with provision. And this shift is not theoretical. It will change how you build, how you plan, how you give, and how you dream. Because this union is designed to produce fruit, tangible fruit. Households, strengthened ideas, developed resources, stewarded and futures secured. Not for ego, but for assignment. And chosen one, do not downplay this. God is not only restoring your heart, He is expanding your capacity. He is teaching you how to carry blessing without guilt and favor without fear, because many people lose what God gives them, not because they are evil, but because they are unprepared. But you were prepared in hidden seasons. You learned discipline when no one was watching, generosity when you had little integrity, when compromise looked easier. And now God is saying, you can be trusted with more, and the person coming into your life will not be threatened by your growth. They will celebrate it. They will not compete with your vision. They will help you execute it. They will not pressure you to choose between faith and provision. They will help you integrate both, because the covenant you are stepping into is not divided. It is unified spirit and structure, prayer and planning, vision and execution. And together you will build with wisdom, not haste, with discernment, not impulse, because you understand that what God is forming is generational, not seasonal. And this is why the increase attached to this union will feel different. It will not bring anxiety. It will bring clarity. It will not isolate you. It will position you. It will not pull you away from God. It will require deeper dependence on Him, because greater responsibility always demands greater surrender. And chosen one, if you are honest, you have always carried this tension inside you. The desire to honor God fully and still build something meaningful in the world. And for a long time you thought you had to choose, either be spiritual or be successful, either be faithful or be fruitful. But God is dissolving that false divide. He is showing you that alignment produces integration, that when you seek Him first, everything else finds its proper place. And the partner He is sending understands this balance. They will not mock your faith or minimize your ambition. They will recognize both as expressions of obedience, and together you will steward what God releases with humility, accountability, and purpose. You will build businesses that create stability, not stress initiatives that bless communities, not just yourselves, and systems that reflect order, not chaos, because your lives are becoming a testimony that obedience does not shrink destiny. It clarifies it and chosen one. This is not about sudden wealth or overnight success. This is about sustainable increase. Favor that grows with character blessing, that expands with maturity, and provision that supports calling rather than distracting from it. And this is why God waited, because you needed to become someone who could hold blessing without losing reverence. And now your hands are steady, your heart is anchored, your motives are cleaner, and your vision is clearer. And the union you are stepping into will amplify that, not distort it. And as this season unfolds, you will notice something powerful. You will feel permission to build without shame, to plan without fear, to dream without apology. Because you finally understand that what God is giving you is not for indulgence. It is for stewardship, not for display, but for distribution. And this realization will prepare you for the final stage, because stewardship always leads to preparation, and preparation is the doorway to activation. So, stay with me, because now that you understand what God is entrusting to you, it is time to talk about how you prepare your life to receive it with honor. Chosen one. This is the moment where everything you have heard shifts from revelation into responsibility, because preparation is not passive, it is prophetic, and God is not asking you to sit still and wait anymore. He is asking you to align, to steward, and to prepare with intention, not out of fear, but out of honor. Because what is coming into your life is not casual. It is sacred, and sacred things require room, structure, and reverence. You are not preparing for a guest. You're preparing for covenant, for assignment, for legacy. And this preparation does not begin with perfection. It begins with posture. The posture of someone who believes the promise is already in motion, because it is heaven has already released the signal, and now your life must make space to receive it. This is why God has been nudging you to clean, to simplify, to let go, not just physically, but emotionally and spiritually, because clutter blocks clarity, and residue from old seasons cannot coexist with what is being birthed. Now, examine your environment. Does it reflect peace or chaos? Does it support rest or distraction? Does it honor what God is building, or echo what He already closed? Preparation starts in the small, faithful acts, creating order where there was disorder, discipline where there was drift in tension, where there was autopilot, because how you steward your now reveals how you will steward what is next and chosen. One look at your rhythms, how you start your mornings, how you end your nights, what voices you allow access to your spirit, what thoughts you rehearse. When no one is watching, these patterns matter. Not because God is fragile, but because you are being trusted with more and increased demands. Structure, blessing, demands boundaries, and favor demands focus. You are not being asked to become rigid. You are being invited to become rooted, because roots determine fruit, and shallow roots cannot support what God is planting in this season. And hear this clearly, preparation is not about striving to deserve what God is sending. You do not earn covenant, but you do steward it. And stewardship begins with gratitude, not anxiety, thanksgiving, not obsession. Because gratitude is a spiritual strategy. Every time you thank God in advance, you are declaring trust, and trust creates capacity. So begin to bless what is coming. Before you see it, speak life over the one God is preparing. Pray for their healing, their clarity, their protection. Not because you are lonely, but because you are aligned. Not because you are desperate, but because you are expectant. And as you do, this fear will lose its grip. Doubt will quiet and peace will deepen. Because fear cannot survive in an atmosphere of thanksgiving and chosen one. Do not be surprised if resistance increases. In this stage, old thoughts may resurface, old temptations may knock, old patterns may try to reclaim space. This is not regression, it is confirmation. The enemy always stirs chaos when alignment is near, but you do not need to fight it with panic. You fight it with posture, with worship, with surrender, with trust. Because what God is birthing does not require your defense. It requires your agreement. And agreement looks like obedience. In the small things, consistency in your faith, integrity in your choices, and peace in your expectations. You are not racing against time. You are walking in divine timing, and divine timing does not rush. It unfolds. And as it unfolds, your job is not to obsess over when or how. Your job is to become the kind of person who can host what God sends emotionally available, spiritually grounded, mentally clear, and relationally mature. Because the union coming into your life will not fix what you refuse to face. It will amplify what you steward. So release unforgiveness now. Let go of comparison now. Forgive the versions of yourself that did not know better. Bless the people who walked away and stopped rehearsing stories. God already closed. You are not honoring the future by clinging to the past, and hear this. You are not too late. You are not behind. You are not missing anything. You are exactly where obedience has brought you. And obedience always arrives on time. The waiting did not weaken you. It prepared you. The silence did not shrink you. It sharpened you. And now God is calling you to rise, not in noise, but in confidence, not in pressure, but in peace, to live like someone who knows they are trusted, chosen one. If this message is resonating, if you feel that steadiness in your spirit, that quiet confirmation instead of emotional rush, then this is your moment to respond, not silently, but intentionally, because declarations matter, agreement matters, and faith expressed activates alignment. So, right now, I want you to type in the comments, not out of habit, but out of conviction, type 777 and write this declaration with it. I am preparing with purpose. I am aligned with divine timing. I receive peace, not pressure. Let that comment be your banner of agreement. Let heaven see your yes. And as you type it, don't rush. Let it be intentional. Because this is not about engagement. This is about alignment. And if this word is spoken directly to your spirit, I also invite you to like this video as a seal of agreement and stay with this channel. Because what God is doing in your life is not a one-time moment. It is a process, and we are walking it together. And to those who support this work through super thanks, know that your generosity is not overlooked. It fuels messages that reach hearts across nations. But whether you give or not hear this clearly, you are seen, you are valued, and you matter. Every comment, every prayer, every moment you spend here matters. And now, chosen one, take a breath, because the season of passive waiting is over. The season of purposeful preparation is here. And what God has set in motion cannot be delayed, disrupted, or denied. You are closer than you think. The alignment is already unfolding, and your only assignment now is to stay rooted, stay grateful, stay obedient, and stay expectant, because the promise is not just coming, it is already in motion.